What's up, guys? Thank you for being here. RoofCon going good? Everyone having fun? Yep. Everyone tired from last night? Nope. Good. Me neither. So this presentation, I really want to accomplish 3 things. I want you to know how to increase the inbound leads just from simple things that you can do, some things that are not going to be overly time consuming, just things that you can kind of implement into your day-to-day. I want you to know how to sell more jobs where you're working and get those opportunities over and over and over again. And then I want you to know how to get more referrals from who you're working with. If I could help you do that, would that be pretty useful? Yep. All right. So, Brad Akers, right? My lovely wife, she doesn't like that picture. She's mad at me for using that. I'm a partner in BGB Enterprises, which is the LLC of our company. 8 years working in the roofing industry. I've been in distribution. I owned a marketing company. I sold a marketing company, and now am focused fully on really working on client acquisition processes. Because what I realized is everyone goes for the Google ads and the SEO and the Facebook ads. And while I think that stuff is important, I think there's really important things that you can do first. And those things are not very hard, but they actually can generate better results, quicker results than almost any of the other online strategies that you pay other people to do for you. But it requires us to just get in there and actually do it. So I'm going to tell you what to do, how to do it, and go through a lot of these strategies and just how they work. We're going to give you a pipeline that's consistently growing with people that actually want to work with you, not people who filled out a form on Facebook or clicked on you and 5 other people. We want someone that chose you, your company specifically, because that is the type of quality lead, that's the conversation that you want to be having on a day-to-day basis. You don't want to be convincing people why your price is worth this, or why, oh, well, that's actually insurance fraud, ma'am, I'm sorry. We want to be able to have conversations with people that know who you are, have seen the work you do, and want to do business with you because of it. But the thing is, that's hard with roofing, because people, aside from us, aren't just sitting around thinking about roofs. They only think about roofs for a very narrow amount of time, and that amount of time is when they're pissed off that they need a new roof. So it's not something that they're excited to be thinking about. They're not really having fun in this process. It's frustrating to have to deal with. So we need to try to create an opportunity just to have a good conversation with these people in a way that's going to allow them to know that, hey, this is the guy, this is the girl, this is the company that's going to take care of me and help me get back to not worrying about my roof. And my favorite quote, because a lot of what we're doing, it's not just one big grand slam effort. My favorite quote is, success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. And have y'all heard of the double a penny a day example? Has anyone heard of that? 1 penny turns to like 5 million or something by the end of 30 days if you double it every day. Well, that's the same type of vehicle we want to create within your business. And it's very possible. Obviously, we're not going to start with 1 penny. We have to go a little bit better than that. But in general, if you just focus and put these strategies into work over and over and over again, it will grow your business for the entirety of your business. It's not something that's going to be important now and then not important later. It's going to become more and more important because it's a compounding vehicle. It turns one job, one opportunity into many. So if you put in the effort to get that first job, get in that neighborhood, why do we want to just go to the next neighborhood? Why can't we just take over that neighborhood? Why can't we put all of our energy into using that effort, that money that we invested, to get more opportunities? And we all probably do pieces of this, right? We all probably do the 6-pack. We all do little things to get in front of more people. We might have a referral program, but are we turning it into a repeatable process to where we're controlling the inputs over and over and over again so we can actually rely on the outcomes that we're trying to get? And that's part of what we want to cover today. So, important thing here is, as you do it, it's not just let's try one of these things or 2 of these things and then see if it works. If it doesn't work, right away, or if it's not as effective as you think it's going to be, that's probably because it takes practice. These strategies are mostly based off of math, to be honest. They are what inputs can we put in, what things can we do to get in front of enough people to create the right conversations. And it does matter, like what you say, how you say it. So just stick with it is really the point of this slide. And these strategies are simple, but they take practice. It's not complicated, but there's just a learning curve for everything. So first thing, step one, we want to talk about getting the invite. How are y'all currently generating leads for your business? Can someone give me a few things that you're doing? What are you doing?
So I'm currently sending out, typing up a message.
Yep.
And then I am signing the envelopes and I'm sending it to the general neighborhood of a job that I just finished.
Nice, okay.
And putting a stamp on it and a personal touch to it.
Beautiful, yeah. You're gonna love this. Anyone else? What about you? What are you doing to get jobs?
Yard signs.
Yard signs, door hangers, good stuff.
Facebook, Instagram.
Door to door. I was waiting for someone to say that. You were raising your hand? I love that. Volunteering, just getting his name out there, showing the kind of person he is. That's great. So we could add in Google ads, Facebook ads, door knocking. There's a million different, home advisor. There's a million different ways. But what we want to do is try to increase the amount of times we're invited into a neighborhood. Because step one is getting there. And we don't want to be there just because we're an interrupting guest. We want to be there because there's a reason to be there, because people want us there. So, y'all know this movie, Matilda? Great movie. This is pretty much what Hollywood tries to paint as the salesman. This is what people think. And when you think of a door-to-door salesman, it's usually going to be like kind of the same used car salesman vibe. And we want to make sure that we're getting away from that. It's not that we're getting away from door-to-door. Door-to-door is important. That's a huge part of growing a roofing business. It's just how you approach it. So, no soliciting. Everyone knows the no soliciting neighborhoods, the no soliciting signs. Well, I looked up a post that said, hey, what do you guys do when it's a no soliciting area? And there was 276 comments, and almost all of them were people basically saying, well, we knock the door anyways. Very proudly. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but I do think that the approach likely isn't necessarily very good for the general consensus of how much we love door-to-door roofing salesmen. What we want to do is make sure that we're getting invited into areas and then use that invite as a reason to talk to the people around. And try to make it so instead of soliciting for new business, we're actually trying to just inform people of why we're here, what we're doing, the reason that they should potentially contact us, but also make sure that they know, hey, we're talking to this person and we just wanted to let you know we might be in the area a lot. We might have some yard signs out. The roofing job is a little crazy. That might affect you in the future. And allow them to make the decision, because neighboritis is a thing. If they know the homeowner if they know their neighbor's getting a new roof, they know that their neighbor is getting it for a reason, right? They know their house is old, something's going on. So they're probably already thinking, I wonder if my roof needs to be looked at. I wonder if my roof needs to be replaced. So just let that happen and then try to present yourself as a great opportunity rather than convincing them that they need to do something right then and there. And it's kind of like in the 90s comedies movies where almost every time there's a dinner scene, the awkward dinner scene where someone is not really welcome at the table. This is my favorite one, where Ben Fokker says, yeah, you can milk anything with a nipple. And it's just, if you haven't seen the movie, I'm not that weird. It's just a funny scene. But it's just like as uncomfortable as possible. And what we want to do is avoid these uncomfortable conversations and try to create more and more conversations of people that are happy to see us and like us and understand, hey, this guy's here because he's just trying to help the neighbors. And we need to have that as pretty much our culture. Like that can be embedded in the way everyone approaches. If instead of go sell everything, sell or die, we had the mindset of let's be of service to the community. Let's try to show the customer service that we offer the person who called us out. Let's try to extend that customer service to the neighbors as well. And the way to do that is partially by creating the opportunities for them to really notice you're there. Not to sell them over and over again, not to, hey, can we inspect your roof? Hey, can we inspect your roof? Hey, can we inspect your roof? Like that's gonna not work very well. But instead trying to create as many opportunities for them to make the decision that, hey, I think I need to reach out to this guy. So just don't be that guy or girl that's asking, making everyone uncomfortable. So getting the invite. We want to get the invite to the neighborhood, get the invite to inspect the roof, and get the invite to be a presence in the neighborhood. And really, the way that's going to go is we're creating opportunities to get invited into the neighborhood, which we'll cover in a second. We're creating opportunities for the neighbors to invite you to inspect their roof. And then we're creating opportunities for your happy clients who just got a great experience working with you to tell their networks to invite you to inspect their roof and then repeat. And if we can get this dialed in and have this happening over and over and over again, any future marketing efforts you do are going to go further. Because what happens when you get that first lead? What happens? You get the next one because of it. So that $150 lead, then you close that deal, and then you get more leads as a result of that deal. Your marketing cost per acquisition goes down. And the actual math, and I won't go crazy here, the average cost per acquisition with like Google ads is over $1,000, including the management fee and all of that. So imagine if on a normal basis, you were able to spend that $1,000, but then cut that by 1 or 2. So you have a $333 cost per acquisition because you followed these processes. This isn't something that you just could add on. This is something that over time you're going to need to do because marketing is getting more and more expensive. It's getting more and more difficult to rank. There's more and more competition. So these things are going to become more necessary. And they are a little bit more of the grassroots approach, a little bit more manual. But if we can build processes for this and then delegate that to our team, or if you are a salesperson and you can get to the point where you're not relying on your company to spend as much money as they possibly can, or you're not relying on just knocking doors all day because you're able to build your own pipeline that's turning one into many over and over and over again, then that's going to be really good for everyone. So, sorry, the remote's going to. So, first thing we want to look at real quick is getting invited. How are you going to? The easiest way to do it is social media, generally being social, company-generated leads. How are we just going to increase our baseline? So when you do that, we want to, neighborhood marketing efforts are designed to create multiple nudges to the neighbors and opportunities for a quick conversation that leads to them inspecting the inspection. It's not asking for the business over and over. All right, establishing a baseline. Thanks for sticking with me. So we need something to compound first. We need to make sure we have those initial leads in. So in order to do this, the simple way to do it is just to build a brand. Adam here, if you happen to have caught his presentation a couple days ago, is an expert on personal brand and making sure that people know who you are, just giving a good strategy and kind of building a process to make sure you're putting your name out in front of people. So what's your baseline? It's really the number of appointments and jobs that you're able to generate outside of the neighborhood marketing and referral strategy. So it's going to be through your personal network, through door knocking, company provided leads, being active in the neighborhood Facebook groups. And the main ways to do this are going to be using social media very intentionally, making sure that your friends and family know who you are and are interested, and that you're interested in referrals, because a lot of them don't remember you own a roofing company. Only your closest friends are thinking, okay, this guy's selling roofing material, this guy owns a roofing company. A lot of people aren't thinking about that on a day-to-day basis. You build B2B relationships with other vendors And then you spend a set amount of time every day or every week searching neighborhood groups because people are telling you they need your service over and over and over again in those groups. You just have to be a part of them. So becoming the roofing guy or girl, just use a process-driven social media approach. So you don't need to think of what to post when. You can just document what you're doing. So you can document while prospecting, document at inspections, document at builds, post reviews that you got, post appreciation posts of things that you've done, post before and afters. These are some easy things that you can do that anyone who's involved in the process of building roofs can do these over and over and over again. And while posting generally about what you do is still encouraged, it's a lot easier just to document. You don't have to come up with new content. You don't have to become some content creator and come up with all the viral hooks. Really, you just need to post about what you're doing. Hey, I'm inspecting this roof, I just found this. Hey, we're doing this build and look what we found, the rotted decking. Did you know that you might have rotted decking? Here's some signs to look out for. Like, it's pretty easy to come up with content when you're just looking at what does your day-to-day look like, because you guys run into a million different scenarios all the time. So while prospecting, even if you don't have appointments or jobs every day, that doesn't mean that you don't have things to post about. So just go live or take videos about what you're posting about, what you're looking for, older roofs damaged. At inspections, take 5 to 10 second videos directly on your stories, just showing what you're seeing. Take pictures of damage and post on stories. Go live on inspections and walk people through what you're seeing. Take pictures of bad work other contractors are doing. Don't say who it is, but you should definitely let them know that this is out there and that's why you need a good roofer. And then take a before picture of every single job that you're inspecting, because if you can have a really good before picture and then you can show the transformation, that's going to allow people to kind of picture what that could look like for them. At builds, take 5 to 10 second videos directly on your stories of the project being built. Take pictures on the roof when it's fully stripped off. People aren't used to seeing that. A weird little thing that I happen to know, because I run a lot of ads for myself, is if you run an ad with the roof completely stripped, that gets more engagement than almost any other like roofing picture you can post, because people are a little nervous seeing that. Go live and introduce and give a tour of the project. So basically just MC the project. Like, talk to the project manager, let people know that there's actually a human being installing the roof and it's not just you as the company owner. These are things that are easy to do and things that we can all start doing pretty quickly. Post reviews. Anytime you get a review, it doesn't need to just live on Google. You can take a screenshot of the review and post it either in a template or just in the screenshot, and make sure people see what you do and what people think when they work with you. And then appreciation posts. And these are my favorite because you just want to show very sincere appreciation for the opportunity to have replaced the roof. It's scary as a homeowner to have someone come in, to pay them a lot of money, even if it's just the deductible, we know how expensive they're getting, have your entire roof taken off, put back on. It's a big process for them, even if it's every day for us. So express appreciation for the trust and let them know, and make sure everyone sees that you are appreciative of the opportunity. These are little ways that you can increase your baseline. And these are things that we want to do just to get more people to know who you are, know what you do. Before and afters, same thing as appreciation posts, essentially. Just make sure you have the good before and after. And while you don't definitely want to repurpose content, I typically choose between a before and after appreciation post or review. You don't need to just go crazy. If you're getting busy, that would be a lot of posts, and you don't need to do all of it. So these are some examples of one of my clients who I think is really, really good on social media. He says, another referral and we saved them over $10,000, another GAF roof about to go out. He always has his branding in there. He's just documenting what's going on. He's saying, special shout out to the people, thanks for trusting me. This is why we go down to the wood every time. He found rotted decking. This is a funny random thing he found while inspecting a roof. There was a turtle in the backyard. So like, he's just finding stuff that he's seeing on a day-to-day basis and posting it. He also has his team posting it. So roof number 2 under my belt, new job, new project manager, hurricane warning. So they just are always out there putting themselves and making sure people see what's going on. some examples. Rain, Ray, go away. I have 900 inspections by the end of the day. So next, using your friends and family. This one's simple. Just let them know. Post about what you do and say that you'd love to give them referrals, or you'd love to get referrals if they have them. Reach out to a group of friends and family that you're actually close with and just say, hey, I'd love if every time I post about a roof, you hearted it, you shared it, you did some of these things, and just it helps more people see it. And then ask them directly, hey, when you're in a neighborhood Facebook group, please can you let people know that I could help them? Because people don't know to look for these things, so you have to tell them, we have to guide them. A lot of the time they're not thinking every day about how to help you, but they're willing to help you if you let them know how they can help you. So let's start the fun stuff. That was baseline. I'll get you any of the slides if you want after. This was the more fun part. Let the compounding begin. In this picture, I'm guessing you guys know, but where do you think the most opportunity is? Is it this house that called you out for an inspection? It's all of them, exactly. So we have a huge opportunity every time because we know so much about these neighbors. If we see damage here, even if it's a retail job and it's just an old roof, odds are these other roofs were built around the same time. If there's one roofer, or if it's a builder grade, that's a great opportunity. If you know this is a new subdivision and the roofs are finally coming to age, this roof with the crappy builder grade material and the 30-pound felt and the terrible flashing is probably having the same problems these people are having. So we need to make sure to be aware of that and to understand like there's an opportunity. But also, like I said at the beginning, we want to just extend the customer service to them. We're not just trying to sell everyone everything over and over again. We're trying to just help people. And part of that is trusting that they're not idiots. Like, I know that sounds funny, but if this person's getting their roof replaced, these people aren't unaware that their roof might need to be replaced. They're thinking about it. So you just need to have the opportunity to where they can trust you enough to talk to you about it without feeling like you're just going to hard sell them and they're going to have to walk away with all their money. So in order to get in front of them, we want to develop a process around inspections, adjuster meetings if applicable, closing meetings, builds, post-build inspections. So we're going to just cover inspections, build, and post-build inspections, but it's the same concept generally. It's going to repeat a lot. And what we're trying to do is create a lot of different touch points, a lot of different opportunities to where at one of them, there's a conversion point where they say, hey, could you actually check my roof out too? And just letting them know that that's available to them over and over and over again. So what tools do we have? Well, I have a PDF and I can get it to you, but there's another PDF that will go through it as well called the 4 Growth Engines. And it's very popular. It has had, I think by now, probably 5,000 or 6,000 downloads. And it's really how to use direct mail in your process, how to use canvassing in your process, what communication strategies to use throughout your process, and then how you can use social media like as the business. Before we were talking more as like the individual. So first one, at the inspection, where are we going to use the direct mail? We're just going to let them know we're there. We're going to send the mail to the nearest neighbors. And it's going to look something like that. Just, we're in your neighborhood. And remember, I promise you, you could spend 5 days designing the most beautiful postcard ever. And you might get a whole 0.1% lift in your conversion rate. It doesn't matter. It does matter what it looks like, but it doesn't really matter that much. This is a conversation piece, not a conversion point. Hey, you may have received some mail from us. Hey, did you see that postcard? Hey, be on the lookout for a postcard. Not expecting a bunch of people to call you from it. They just won't. But I promise you it's an important piece of the puzzle. They might, but I wouldn't rely on that as how you're going to grow. So send the mail out to all these people right when you get the call, right when the inspection's coming in. And remember, even if it's a new neighborhood, I know it's marketing dollars, but this is like $1 a piece. We're trying to inform them. We're trying to extend customer service. We're trying to let them know what we stand for. We're not trying to sell everyone everything. So send the mail. Send it over and over again. Develop repetition. Develop a process around this. On the way to the appointment, what are you doing when you go out for an inspection? Who charges for inspections for residential? I love it, but most people don't. Good for you though. Maybe you can do a presentation next on that for everyone. But in general, you're offering a free service, right? So if you are telling someone, hey, the title of this talk is interesting to me, and you told someone else, hey, you might want to come get this free talk, are you giving Brad a referral, or are you just encouraging someone to get a free thing Brad's offering? A free thing, right? So that's the same thing in y'all's inspections. Like, those are in-depth free things that you're giving. You guys are climbing up on roofs, sweating your butt off, putting yourself in danger. So you should be proud of the fact that you're offering this for free, and understand that you're not asking for a referral if you're telling the neighbor, hey, in this text message, to read it if you can't, hey, we have our appointment window coming up, and I just wanted to let you know I'm on my way. By the way, while we have the ladder out, if there are any neighbors that would want us to inspect their roof as well, let them know there's no fee. If you have a group message or something, feel free to send my contact info. Now, is this going to work every time? No, but if it works every 3 times, that's good for you, because we're doing a bunch of things, not just one thing. Alex Hermosi, if you heard of him, it's not a silver bullet, it's 1,000 golden BBs. That's what we're creating. That's why I said success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. So don't be scared to send this. People get weird about it. Don't. It's good. Next, show up 10 minutes early, put door hangers out. Make sure in your door hangers you have a space for white space. I promise you, your conversion rate, if they know that someone actually wrote something down in pen and referenced the neighbor, not just, we're inspecting a roof, hey, I noticed this, but instead, hey, we're inspecting Mrs. Jones's roof, that's going to get a lot larger of a lift. It's the little things that really do make a big difference. So put these out on the 12 nearest neighbors. Show up 10 minutes early. I always suggest appointment windows instead of a set time, so you can make sure that as the day goes on, you're not running behind all the time. And put them out on all these people. And when you do, they're just going to see, okay, maybe they got the mail from you. Maybe they got a text message about you. Now they're getting a door hanger from you. They're also probably see your truck. If you have a wrap truck or a magnet on it, if you close the deal, they're going to see your yard sign. Like, we're trying to create as many touch points as we can. So whenever we send a text like that, we want to have insurance. So first thing, build rapport. Hey, we're out, we're going to get you taken care of, we're very excited. By the way, just wanted to double check if you spoke to any of your neighbors who wanted me to stop by. I'm going to get you fully taken care of first, because you don't want them to think that you're already on to the next one. But just want to make sure I'm budgeting enough time here in your neighborhood in case anyone else wants to get an inspection. So this is going to just be insurance, and if they didn't send that text, they might send it now. They still might not, but they might send it now. Just trying to, one more touch. So what do we do with this person and this person and this person who grabbed the door hanger while you were doing the inspection? We go talk to them. We know that they had your company name in their hand. So we're not necessarily needing to knock every door here. You can if you want, but if you want to have this vibe of, hey, we're not trying to sell you, we're just trying to inform you and let you know, then just talk to the people who grabbed them. It's also a better use of your time because your conversion rate will be higher. And then just let them know, hey, just inspected the Jones's roof. We saw this, this, and this. I saw you grab the door hanger. Just wanted to introduce myself since I knew you were home. Do you say, let me inspect your roof? You can, but you can also say, like, well, we'll be out here in case you need anything at all. And just let them get there. You go 90, they go 10. So this is going to be where you can turn one inspection into a few inspections. So now you close the deal. Say the Joneses were like, yep, we love you. You're the man. You're the woman. You're great. We're going to use you. Now we want to send some more mail because it's repetition. I suggest a drip here. So a handwritten mail, there's Dope Marketing, Send Jim, there's a few different services that will do this for you and let you send the blasts out. These are really, it's becoming something that's a lot more approachable. Used to be only available to companies that were it's had a huge budget. Now it's available to any roofing company there is. So first one, hey, we wanted to send you a quick letter thanking you in advance for your patience during the upcoming roofing project we'll be doing in their neighborhood. If there's anything you need at all, my phone number is 123-456-6790. Talk soon. And then a day later or something, this next piece of mail will go out. And this can all be automated and set up in your CRM. Let's just say, hey, don't mind the noise while we're replacing your neighbor's roof. So now we're really going heavier on the customer service side of things, because this is where it actually becomes a true nuisance to them that their neighbor is getting their roof replaced. It really is. Does anyone work from home has a home office? It's not fun when there's construction going on next door. It's not. It's frustrating. So know that is a nuisance to them. We are in it every day. They're not. So try to have some awareness and show them that you get it. And I promise you that will go a long way. So send these pieces of mail out. And then the night before the job, send a message like this. This is a great message. Take a picture. I'll get this to you, but this message, if you just implement this, I promise you will have some good success. Hey, first name, excited to get the job started in the morning. As we discussed, this can be a big process and our crew will likely arrive in a few different vehicles. We do our best to keep things cleaned and contained, but every once in a while, something might blow out of your yard without the guys noticing. Can you go ahead and provide my contact info with your neighbors just in case they need us to move our car, or if anything blows in their yard? So we are not asking for a referral. Once again, we are encouraging them to be a good neighbor, because this is a pain in the butt. And we don't want the neighbors to have to go through them to go through you. We want the neighbors to be able to directly reach out to you. So hey, be a thoughtful neighbor. This works well. First thing in the morning, when you get there, when the truck's there, when all the noise is starting, when the crew's getting there, before people have left for their house, so whether it's a salesperson or a project manager, put something like this, don't mind the noise. Another handwritten thing, we're replacing the Joneses roof today. If you need anything, let us know. You can staple a business card to it if you want for just like another layer of personalization. But this is going to be a great way to see who's home throughout the day and to start more conversations. It's less, hey, I want you to call me directly from this. It's more, did they grab it? Okay, they're home. And then you're just able to focus on the job site when you need to focus on the job site, and then focus on the people that could be worth having conversation with when they're home. So put those door hangers out. And then first thing, when you talk to the homeowner, anytime we send a text message and ask them to do something, we want insurance. So first time we see the homeowner, good morning, a bit crazy, huh? Don't worry, we'll make sure it all goes smooth. By the way, did you send my info to the neighbors in case they need us to move a car or something blows in their yard? It's one more layer. Just try to get them to do the things that we're actually asking them to do. It's really easy to ignore a text message, a little harder to ignore me saying, hey, will you leave me a good review right now? So that's the kind of thing that we want to make sure that we're staying aware of. Throughout the day, when people grab the door hangers, what do? We all know now. We go talk to them. Hey, just wanted to introduce myself. Sorry it's all crazy. If there's anything I can do or anything you need, just let me know. I just wanted to make sure you were able to put a face to the name. Casual. At this point, they have been hit over and over and over by your marketing, but every time they actually interact with you, you're not even asking them to do anything. You're just like, hey, just here. And this is how you can establish and show them, I'm just trying to make sure you feel taken care of, that you're informed, and that you know that we're an option if you need us, but not anything that turns uncomfortable and makes people feel like, oh, I don't want to be sold right now. Like, we want to try to decrease those feelings so that when it's actually time to sell them, when they actually invite you to do the inspection, which shouldn't be a hard sale, once you do the inspection, sell them. Like, that's when the closing techniques and stuff need to come into play. When you have the full scope of what they might need, that's when you can sell them. But don't try to sell them before they even decided whether you're worth inviting on their roof. Like, it's not going to go quite as well. So post-job inspection, this is when we're going to start with the referrals, and we're wrapping up here. But how many of you, when did everyone get into roofing? A year ago. Before that, did you think of roofs often? 6 months. Before that, did you think of roofs often? Not that often. So I can promise you, the average homeowner does not sit around their dinner conversations talking about roofs very often. So the antiquated, inefficient, I'm not sure who came up with it, referral strategy of $250 for every closed deal and someone just mentioning it and expecting it to work, that's not going to happen. Like, it might happen some, but you are leaving so much money on the table because these people probably would refer you. And there's a really easy way to find out. So the easiest way is to just have a customer satisfaction survey, which is a good practice anyways. So on the post-job inspection, ask, hey, were you well informed during the process? Hey, did you feel as though we did what we say we were going to do? Do you like the way your roof looks now? Did you feel like you had enough options for colors? Did we do a good job at keeping the job site clean? Check, check, check. Hopefully you're stacking positive responses there. If not, probably something to look into. But the final is the real one. All the other ones are just to collect some information. The final one is, hey, if a neighbor or family member needed to replace the roof, did we provide the level of service that would make you want to refer us? So are we asking for a referral here, or are we saying hypothetically, are we referral worthy? Are we referral worthy? Big difference. So we just got a you told me that we can pocket and use later. So what we want to do is gate the referral program. And so when we say, okay, awesome, thank you. So I'd love to get you involved in our referral program. The way that it works is we just need you to post about us on social media and tag us, or post about us in Nextdoor, or record a video testimonial that we can use in our marketing. And we just need you to do it now because I need to let the office know, and there's actually a couple businesses that sound like us on Facebook, and I really want to make sure you're not tagging the wrong one. So that's the reason, just you have to give a little reason why they need to do it now. Because once again, if you just tell them this is the way to do it, when you leave, you did a great job if they're not thinking about their roof anymore. So they're also not thinking about your referral program because whatever number you give them is probably not going to be that exciting. Like $250 isn't as much as it used to be, right? It's not just like this, oh my gosh, I'm going to change the world for this guy. So the compensation that I suggest is once they do that, we want to give them quick wins, so $25 or so for a qualified appointment. So it's immediate gratification, it gives them slightly more control of their actions and make them money. And it really just makes it easy money. They don't feel like there's a whole lot of things that have to happen in order for them to get it. And they might think, I might be able to make a quick 100. Then, anywhere from $200 to $500 for a closed deal. The higher you're willing to go, the more exciting people will be. I would say $1,000 is probably a pretty good unlock. So if you were willing to give $500 and you had someone that was was excited about the fact that, man, if I refer them 4 people, I could get $2,000. That's easier than if I refer them 5 people, I'll make $1,000. So just think about how we're incentivizing people. This is up to you. It's up to your budget, your finance guy, right, James? But in general, make sure to be aware of what the unlocks are. And for all of us, $1,000 is a pretty safe to bet that people are going to start getting excited if they feel like they can make an easy $1,000. The gates that I suggest, right? You want a gated referral program. You don't want to just tell someone, hey, $250, see ya. We want them to do a referral generating activity on your behalf in order to get compensated for your referral program. You just did a lot for them, it's worth asking. So my favorite is simple. In order to be a referral partner, you need to post about us in a neighborhood Facebook group. Maybe you need to post about us on your social media and you have to post about us in a neighborhood Facebook group. Why? Because that's the same community marketing that we're suggesting you do anyways. What's up?
It's kind of like the video world, like, follow, share.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you offering to incentivize the neighbor off of maybe even posting this within their neighborhood as well?
You're a smart guy. Next slide. You could also pay them per referral generating activity that they do. So example, to become a referral partner, you need to post about us on social media, on your personal profile, and in a neighborhood Facebook or Nextdoor forum. But we'll actually give you $25 for doing each of those, so you'll immediately get $50 and credit for anyone who comes through from your post. So you can even say, hey, I don't know. You can say, hey, I know that you probably don't think about roofs very often, but I want to make it easy. I want to tell you this is something you can do to start getting some of these referrals. Next, before and after picture, we're wrapping up. This is kind of the appreciation post. Once you do something like this, y'all can take a picture. It's a pretty simple script. Kind of explain what you did. Give them a way to contact you. Y'all done? All right. And then boost it. I know people talk crap about boosting posts, but this is a good time to do it. Boost the post, 1 mile radius around the actual address of the job, $3 to $5 a day for 5 days. Now, doing this once isn't going to change your life, but if you do it on every single build that you do, it's going to stack up, and you're going to get new followers, new people engaging, and new people reaching out, and just be seen more and more and more. So that's what to do on social media. Then send one last mailer. Check out your neighbor's new roof. Simple. There's if you have like upgraded subscriptions, you can even have a picture of the roof that you just replaced on this. A little bit more manual, but it's pretty cool. So that's really the main strategies. And the thing that we want to do is, back to this slide, create opportunities to get invited into the neighborhood, create opportunities for the neighbors to invite you to inspect their roof, and create opportunities for your clients' networks to invite you to inspect their roof and then repeat. And if you do this over and over and over again, your business is going to grow exponentially. Any marketing dollars you're spending will go further, and your bottom line will increase because your cost to acquire a customer will go down and down and down, and eventually be about equal to what your referral compensation price is or what your direct mail